Pandas, the journey home in 3D. And, the only thing better than pandas are baby pandas. And we get plenty of baby pandas, watching them be nursed, feed, and play. Now, although this documentary is only about 35 minutes, it never feels rushed. And as I've said time and time again, 3D likes it slow. There's plenty of time given to us to sit back and absorb these shots and just let the scenes sink into your consciousness. And what a beautiful find this is. This is a gorgeous disc from National Geographic that chronicles attempts at the Wolong Panda Center to breed, well, pandas and release the offspring back into the wild. And we begin by watching them trying to encourage a young up-and-coming panda, but he's too eager, and the female shakes him off. So they bring in an old-timer who understands he needs to be steadfast but gentle. And my favorite moment being when he sees an apple and completely forgets that the girl exists. But it gets done, and now the panda pens look great in stereo. Everything has a hard edge with straight geometry. Often we are peering through bars or a cage, creating a nice window effect. And later on, we visit a facility that was damaged in an earthquake, which is awful, but 3D loves junk. And the broken up buildings look great with lots of little details to absorb. This looks like it was all filmed with IMAX cameras, and there's something about IMAX 3D that just feels massive. It has a feel that you're not so much looking through a lens as you are a living room window. It's movies like this that make me wish I used a projector and not a standalone TV. I would love to see this at an IMAX theater blown up really huge. Now, sure, everyone loves the pandas, but the surprising star of this documentary is the mountainous Chinese countryside. It has a nice balance of lush green leaves and also open space, which makes a great pair with the 3D lens. Often forests are very dense, so the stereo becomes sort of a, shall we say, a lumpy surface. Here, these trees are widely spaced with long, thin branches in between that in 3D becomes pure eye candy. When looking at things in stereo, sometimes the space is just as important as the objects themselves. Now, story-wise, this has some fun moments. As they train the pandas to live in the wild, the keepers wear panda costumes, which seems like fun until they reveal that they're soaked in poop and pee. But I think perhaps the worst job is the guy they send in to steal the baby pandas from the mother's arms for tests. It's a suspenseful moment to see that fellow distract the panda with one hand while with the other getting ready to snatch the little guy off her. He might not get that arm back. Now, the disc has only one extra, which is a panda documentary from probably the 80s that runs for about an hour. It's flat and is obviously made for TV. It's not nearly as picturesque, but it makes for a good companion watch to compare how things have changed in what is likely a 40-year gap between the two documentaries. Now, the flat two-dimensional version of this documentary can be found online to watch fairly easily. But unfortunately, this 3D disc has become something of a collector's item. So, like the pandas themselves, they're a bit scarce. Aw.